All right. We're back for round 4.
3.
Dad got it. And now we're back for round 3. We have Spotted Garden Eel versus Brian BHNG.
Yeah, so Spotted Garden Eel here is playing Blurple while Brian is playing Yellow Purple. What do you think about the decks?
I think it's going to be control versus control. Amber Amethyst or Yellow Purple seems to be pretty similar to Blurple, except instead of maybe removal that ramps your opponent, we have removal that cantrips and gives you more cards. But actually, yep, they have the Horseman Strikes. And then we also have new card, Ohana Meets Family. It's kind of like Rapunzel from the old days, except no body. What do you think?
Yeah, most Yellow Purple players I've seen haven't been playing Ohana, but so we'll see if our Blurple player here even respects the card. But once you see that your opponent has it, you have to start playing around the cats, you have to start playing around Ohana, and potentially if you play into it, you just risk getting blown out of the game.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it pans out.
Alright. Looks like... Alright, so we got both players going through their mole. So this matchup, looking for some depots, some staples. Definitely need the 1-drop on the draw here to be able to fight back against the opponent's Elsas. Alright.
Cool. Brian looks like he's on the play.
So we see the turn 1 Element. 1-drop in response, so we'll see if Brian has ramp now. He's only playing 6 ramp cards instead of Blurple days, so it's a little more awkward being this here, but luckily you also have some other plays, like you can play a book or a mode.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, he's not playing the 2-drop Iago, so it's 1 less fighter in the deck.
I didn't catch what he seemed to show that his hand to the camera and looked. He smiled. I don't know if he's pleased or if he's like, look at what I have, trash.
So he has a Horseman Strikes, which is going to be really good against the Blurple.
Nice.
It's a neat T-Bow, so he's got another ramp card.
Neat T-Bow, but T-Bow. Quest for 1 with the Octopus Palsco. Royal Guard.
Yeah, he's offering the trade with the Eloini, since that's definitely the more valuable card in this matchup. Letting Nelson hit before.
Eloini or Ellen? What do you think?
I've been calling it Eloini. She's definitely harder to say, but
I'm Princess Eilonwy.
Oh, here we go. Responding with another.
Oh, okay, so he's playing a 5.
Royal Garden.
Yeah, so he's inked 2 World's Greatest so far, which you don't get much mileage from the card in the Blurple matchup, but you can just support the opposing character with the Eloini and just play the World's Greatest on a 3-strength character such as the Hades. But that's such a far away that...
Or even the cat that you just inked.
Yeah, I'm not sure about inking the cat in this matchup, because that's one of the best tools to win the basic board, so we'll see if that comes to play later.
Alright, we have a pseudo ramp here with the Grandmother Willow, or aka Tree. This is what kind of helps Amber Amethyst mimic Blurple with pseudo ramp.
Yeah, a lot of Yellow Purple players are cutting lanterns to just play around with their Willow, but Brian here is actually playing both of them. He's only playing 2 lanterns, so he has 6 ramp cards. And you can see here one of the weaknesses with the Willow. Just when you're get taken out, you lose your aim.
So he has another, or Brian has another Horseman Strike in hand. And just perfect timing.
Thinking of Hades here, play Moku, which not going to get much out of Blurple for no reason.
Yeah, but advantage here, maybe, perhaps, was just to see his hand. He had 3 cards, and now he knows just 2 Gs.
So he's got to start looking for some invasive, otherwise each other and run away with the game.
Yeah, correct. What was that? Oh, looks like Brian didn't catch what he eats. Brian has a genie.
he has another 80s as well, I believe.
Yep.
Bottoms as long as some cards.
When you play the Hades 5, the opponent can choose to allow you to draw 2 cards or bottom the character.
No, you're a friend here. Maybe a lot more cards in hand. So you think about even the Demona doesn't want to give Brian any more cards.
Correct. And now he was left with 2 cards in hand. Yep. A Dumbo and is it the other genie that we saw earlier?
I think it was probably the second game.
And now we have Hades on Brian's side.
It looks like he's gonna let cards. Oh no, he's bottoming it again. Doesn't want to start with some cards. Plus the Eloise, so it's kind of showing he doesn't have an Elsa to fight back whatever the Old plays.
Yeah.
But we're going to be going back and forth for quite a while. It's seeing who can win the evasive board through.
And the track in the middle is not correct because there definitely have been quests. It's just the players have not been updating what we can see on screen. But that's okay.
Both players just playing out every one drop they see.
Yeah. Both have the same strategy in mind, go wide against the other.
And Brian here's questioned out, isn't daring our Yo friend here to challenge and see if he plays into something like a cat.
Oh, there you go. He always has fussy. Or he used the double effect.
Those are actually his first clubs, and now he's at 3 going.
My mistake.
And he's been using the 1-drops to just hit each other back and forth. Plays out a cat too.
Eat Tipo. And pass. See what the one draws.
Right, cat's a cat. Plays them all out. Okay. So here,
Brian draws 3. How many did Elo draw?
I believe he drew 1 because he drew 2 off the Dumbo and the Genie. It's a little surprising playing the Demona though, since I don't know if he can clear all these evasives. They just scare the cat and wants that off the board.
Yep. And by drawing 3 off the Demona and drawing for turn, the Royal Guard became a 4/2. Enough to clear the cat. Alright, we have a double effect to draw.
He's also doing the purple thing when in doubt, draw some more cards.
Mm-hmm. We're going to see that a lot on both sides, likely. The cat. Right?
Yeah, he has a cat in the room. It's quite sailed on another card. You have to be a little careful here, just carelessly exerting into their evasives. Since this Genie combined with the cat can take out either the Dumbo or the opposing Genie. And it's basically for free since they take no damage in response after you get the damage of the cat. Since another cat, so I think it was 2 cat things.
And he was able to
and 2 from Brian.
eat twice because he played a sail.
Now the auto this card's a problem if you don't have an action for since it's going to take out anything that you get into it.
Also,
Seeing that, so there's a DE out there.
yeah. Got quite a few bases on Neil's side there. Decides to challenge the Dumbo with both the Elsa and the Genie.
We'll start with some card draws since it looks like we can win the evasive warrior.
I didn't catch if he Oh yeah. Also came down for only 4 ink because of the grandmother rule.
So it looks like he has 3 ink left, and pass the turn.
No, I think he's still thinking.
Probably thinking about what to aim to play another 4 drop, maybe 18.
It looks like he has Brian still has 4
He
inks
inks
left.
a Stitch. Okay, so he plays a cat.
Yeah. And he has Yeah, so he had 4 inks. But
Yeah, so I guess he's thinking about how to move this damage around with cat. But even if you move the damage around here, the Iago still picks out any character.
he uses the final 2 to move. Considering keeping Elsa more healthy than Genie.
So if you move the 2 off the Elsa, the opposing Genie still takes out your Genie, and the Iago still takes out the Elsa. But now, I guess the Genie trades back.
And he quested with everything else. So that's
Yeah.
3, 5 lower. That he quested for.
Yeah, so he's collecting out here since I think he thinks that he can't win the basic anymore, so he just has to win with his favorite board.
And you just apply pressure.
Cool. Cat comes down.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're gonna see the sport start getting taken apart.
Yeah.
Crossing
Alright,
cards.
another sale.
See another demonic hand, Insta, to just start inking all the threats.
And quest with the Genie.
There's no more evasive on Brian's side, so the evasives on the side can just start chipping away at the game.
Yeah. Certainly safe to quest here. I'm thinking carefully. He didn't ready his ink, but he hasn't made it play yet.
So he has what, 3, 6, 9 ink?
That's 4. How's it?
Oh, it's bigger, so he bounces to plays a tree.
We already saw that Eel drew that cat before, so he could respond with that cat after Brian.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a tricky situation there since with the Iago, just an unanswered Iago just will take over the game. Just being able to trade back with any other bases in the game right now. The only thing that can survive a hit from Iago is Elsa, but with the cat in play, it just helps you go over it.
We have another Dumbo here. Basil.
Hook from a little bit more.
Yeah.
Instant draw through his entire deck.
Yeah. And then just pass the turn.
So
Yeah,
just
keep it up.
Can't deal with these evasives.
Alright, so Eel takes game 1. We'll see what open he goes with again. Speaking of World's Race, no 1-drop. Play. Pass the turn. Think into the unknown, Royal Guard, and pass.
So he got his ramp on turn 2 this game.
Yep, there we go. We have a land guard.
Both players in the ramp.
Oh, turn 2 ramp, yep. Secret card. Quest for 1 with the Royal Guard, because Brian has no characters to challenge it. 3 quests.
He's got a couple different board drops I can come out here. You can see the Tigger, see Machine. Possibly.
Yeah.
See one of them.
Ink the Stitch, play a Genie, you called it.
Being the first person to get an evasive out. Definitely advantageous, especially since you can just follow up with an Elsa next time.
Alright. Safe to quest the Tipo. Because what do you think if the genie challenges a Tipo? Is it really that bad?
I mean, are you really going to challenge a Tipo with a genie?
Especially now that Iago's out.
It's not getting one more in game when you have game 2, or at least see the Horseman Strikes coming up.
A quick response there from Brian.
Instantly. Let this genie be the sole base in the game. We saw how the Iago took over the last game, and defending it for doing it again.
Brian inked what, 1 or 2 Horseman Strikes early on, right?
Was it Horseman
Last
Strikes?
game.
I think it was World's Greatest.
Okay.
Since there's only the card you can really naturally get off in this matchup is the Demonas.
He's contemplating. Is he gonna do it? Quest or challenge?
I think I was scared of what was going.
So you have 1 damage on G, but it doesn't matter.
Let's see what you can get bottom. I don't want to be giving each other cards, especially if you're going to get long around you again.
Yeah. As expected, right?
And generally, you want to bottom a big. Let's see what else we can get bottom.
So what happened here was LNB quested, granting support, giving Elsa +2 challenge, enabling Elsa to take out who was on Eel's side.
Oh, we see a Dumbo Link. He probably has another one in hand. It's such a key card in this matchup, just allowing you to scramble the game out.
Let's see what Eel profile. Okay. Eel has an input from there, right?
No. Hopefully, he's hoping to draw off his 80s to find some better income. Contemplating whether to use a lane basic. We see board back down 1-0 again.
And Brian eats as the last action. So Eel was able. Okay, you got the cat.
You know, it's in the face of that again. First person in the face of that, so we'll see how Brian's able to deal with this team. And uses a lot of go like that before he's able to boost and give us some extra thing for it.
Got another Horseman Strike.
An easy answer to bases. And OSU draw card too.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be exerted, like Black Holes into the unknown.
It's got 3 ink left plus a launch.
There's nothing. Right?
Nice. See.
Tigger. Revealed the Tigger, but decided not to play it.
There's not too many must remove 1 and 2 drops in this matchup. Maybe the yellow wins or passes. Stop the Elsa from getting some extra strength.
Perhaps he's thinking of just get some bodies sitting down. Helping out.
Oh, he bounces his
own to eat, maybe? Yeah.
Or yeah, be okay.
Saving up for, what is that, Demona in hand? Demona in the tree?
Yeah, so he's looking to drop his hand next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Getting one to trade with his bees.
So you slammed both of them down, but okay, he adjusted what he thinks. It looked like Eel was a good sport there, pointed it out, because could have paid with the lantern, play the tree first, and then played Element for 3. He should only have exerted 1 pink and exerted the lantern.
Yeah, the long run it doesn't matter too much.
So he could have played the Demona at the same turn, because that would have left him with 6 ink.
So how much ink is he in now?
Because he
plays a spent for 5 ink.
okay.
It's good to get a body out.
Yeah, unless I'm gonna turn behind here.
And either player letting the other draw their A's.
Yeah.
Other ticker is bouncing.
Holding that Demona.
Yeah, a lot of people like to just play Demona out as soon as they run out of cards, but half the strength of Demona is being able to start everything on the board and clear your opponent's board. So right now there's not too many threats out for you.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good just being able to sit back and build your own board while waiting for the opportunity time to take out some more threats.
Yeah. It's looking better for Eel to play Demona and clear.
And neither player is able to set up their own board, just all these A's and what's coming back and forth.
Alright, looks like Brian just needs cards at this point. Wouldn't be able to clear the A's, like you were saying.
So he has a Postman Strike and a Poke hand, so not too much to really attack that with, unfortunately. I think the Postman Strike just needs some answers and threats on the board.
Need bodies. Alright, we're doing a recount of how much ink. I'm counting 8 ink and 2 lanterns. Is that what you see, Chris?
Yeah, at this point in the game, you can play pretty much whatever he draws. So
Yeah.
he's all been wanted to respond to the moment, so now Brian's the only one who can ready.
Yep. 3 cards in hand. That the motor's gonna stay exerted.
So Brian's finally found some loose threads for the other team.
The Inco Mobley here. Play Mobley. Alright. You see a Hades.
So this meeting's probably not going to last too long.
No.
The Hades in hand.
Yep.
Or if there's a cat too, so maybe you want to target the cat.
So
Play with the damage.
Brian's just looking to build a board here.
Lose the 1 damage off the Hades to the Mona so that you can't completely
Yeah, and
finish
just
on the Mona.
just in case, maybe Eel chooses that cat, but it doesn't really matter at this point. But Brian would get a bonus card in his equal.
Yeah, you'll never say no to 1 extra ink credits. So
Yeah,
anytime you're playing against a blue player,
especially
you
if,
might as well just keep boosting and get some extra ink for the racks.
and I don't see any item removal on Eel's side here, but Brian doesn't know that. There's always a possibility of like 1 or 2 wasabis or other item removals. So getting that extra ink could be or insurance in case those lanterns go away. But
There's also a big cat.
yeah.
Every cat's one of those must-deal threats since it allows all of their to start to belong everything.
Yeah. Both Hades went in to take out Brian's Demona there. Eel's maintaining his board just to have more bodies than Brian. And that's kind of what you have to do in this matchup, right?
Other than when it comes down. Yeah, all the threats are starting to come out now.
Yeah.
It's a slow start.
Eel's still sitting on that opportune blue Hades.
Ooh, Dumbo.
Dumbo, Comfort, yep.
So
So
keep trying, be able to run this game out longer.
Brian chose to get a card draw, not afraid of, or maybe not. Risk here is if Eel has a cat, the Elsa to remove the genie.
Yeah, I haven't seen either player respect the cat too much this game, but they're also not getting punished for it. So,
Another sail on Eel's side. Spotted Garden Eel.
get rid of the Dumbo. So you can't keep drawing off of it.
Yep. Alright, we'll put two into Genie.
Maybe he does have a cat.
Well, like we were saying, maybe
I see that point also.
Eel's not respecting the cat on Brian's side.
Yeah, neither of the players are respecting cats.
Is it a cat? I wasn't looking at that. Okay.
80s.
80s on. What would the target be?
80s looks like on the
That's
blue
on
80s.
Okay. Yep. I don't think we saw a Hades draw any cards these two games.
And both players don't want the other to be able to keep Brian in this game, but now it looks like Brian's going to get Ace of Wars this game, just
And the board.
being able to use the 80s to bottom everything. That's unfortunate stress as well.
Yeah. Turned the corner there, didn't he? And with two cards left in hand, his Brian's Demona will ready next turn. Unless Eel has anything to do about that. Elsa on the Genie, take out the other Danish Genie.
Falling this way back into the basic game. Yeah, I'm seeing an Iago in this hand though, so that comes out. I think Brian's running low on removal for he used a couple horseman strikes already.
Making a sail. He has 3 cards in hand, but. Alright, looks like they adjusted to update the lore, so we have 8 all. We have the book on Brian's side. Choosing not to crack it just yet.
See the rogue arch right up into the room.
Okay, didn't need to draw yet. Extra draw. Alright, 2 lanterns and 3 ink gives us Elsa on the Genie, targeting the Genie.
We might see these two DGs take out another game as well.
Oh. Demona on Brian's side. We have a second Demona on the board.
This board's starting to look a little on the angle for Blurple. Obviously known for not being able to deal with white boards.
And these aren't 1-drops, Chris.
Elsa using board to justice Elsa.
And safe quest with Demona. Beating Hades so that the Demona can ready. I think Brian was just checking for time around. think both players are playing on pretty good pace.
The Yago finally comes out after all day basically.
Yeah,
But I mean, these Yagos can also take out the Demonos with the help of my cat, so let's see if we able to draw any more of these nights.
it kind of seemed like Brian wants that Yago can pick up the pace a little bit when I just commented on it, but they both know that this matchup can go pretty grindy. Checking. It's a lot.
There's a little for some morning.
Yep. No evasive on the board.
Two combos, which will help.
It will help next turn.
It'll help against these Elsas, but the
Yagos. You decided, let's go next. Sometimes it's a good strategy to in these grindy games so that they have adequate time for game 3 to finish within the allotted 55 minutes. Can you get a time check for? So 40 minutes has elapsed, and so that gives them about 15 minutes left in round. Alright. You will finally be on the player. Push back 2. And then catch with 2, but maybe you saw his ramp.
Yeah, I saw a T-Flow in his opening hand, so.
Great.
Not sure if that's a keep or throwing away pile, but you just go back to Shadow throwing. Let's see a couple 1-drops for no purple player. First maybe the T-Flow. It's got a second ramp card in here. Let's see that for the house card. It's still. It's an house for house. So a lot of these cards can help you fight in the basic war getting into early, so we'll see how that plays out later. He slams out in the Yago. He has a horseman strikes the Yago, otherwise this Yago will just take over the game.
Yeah. You think,
There goes the Yago.
you think if you were playing yellow, purple, or amber amethyst, would you have mold for it, knowing by game 3 you know this groove of the game?
Yeah, like when you're on the draws Amber Amethyst, you definitely need the horseman strikes.
Yeah.
Just to be able to fight right away. Otherwise, they'll play their evasive and then also next turn and
Right.
kind of stuck.
And he has.
Pick up the tree and goes the ramp.
Can't fall behind in tempo here.
There's a meeting outs. Hopefully there's not another reserve.
Yeah.
The
Response.
Yep. It's going to start building out the board again.
Alright. Somewhat safe quest with Melsa, unless, they haven't respected each other's cats, so maybe Brian doesn't have a cat.
Yeah, I saw him throw away one on the mall, so probably keeping himself pushing at a cat right now.
Yeah. And what we mean is there's a damage on Elsa, and so the genie could have finished the Elsa with the aid of a cat moving 2 damage off the genie.
So now you need to stay back with the 1 genie. The 80s, the Elsa, so.
Then cleared, full cleared. Reminds me of like in Tetris, right?
Where'd the boards go? We're back at square 1 again.
It's always a good feeling in Tetris when you get a full clear.
People are just constantly trading characters back and forth.
Sorry. Heels hand
Another
covers.
cat. Does not think he needs a caster. So I just trying to go back out and go lighting.
Ooh,
The
second guessing or reconsidering his target there.
Oh, wants to go after the draw instead. That's some draw too.
He chose Dumbo?
Yeah. He started the Dumbo and then the velocity from the Dumbo.
We'll zoom in on another player there.
It's pretty good for Brian here. The Hades let him draw two. And it's Dumbo only drew one. But now there's another Dumbo on board. So he's coming back up on the aces.
It's getting intense. They're definitely keeping an eye on the time and considering their plays. They both are here to win, but win within the
Two
time.
lanterns in hand. Oh, that's not what you want to see this late in the game. Another Dumbo.
Dumbo for two.
And the moment to blow this game wide open again. Just reducing these forces to zero.
Did Brian eat yet?
Oh, there goes an 11%.
Appreciate the players keeping everything neat.
There goes one Dumbo, there goes another.
I think Brian's hand is the card that's like
All the way at the
close to
top.
the discard, right? Like
Yeah.
straight, yeah.
If I had to guess, it would be a Demona since he's been dumping his hand. Instant card. Yep, there's
Yeah,
Demona.
there it is. Called it.
But now he has no more board, so he can't even trade down and simplify. And take out
That's
those
okay.
Hades.
He'll just play spells.
Yeah, but these Hades plus for two, and he can't fight back right now.
Yeah. Still has 4 ink left, unless. Yeah, that's 4.
So another cat in his hand is getting this one too. Oh, he's
Now he
no,
plays
he
it.
plays it.
Plays it, but he doesn't have.
There's no damage to move around.
That's true too. Well, yeah, it wouldn't be worth it to take out the Royal Guard.
This one I think you might kind of have to, because the one that comes out, these guards can trade out.
What's going on here? You considering what you paid for? Paid for 6 for the Demona, 3 for the cat. Oh,
In the Orson strikes.
I think he was actually helping out Brian because he took 1 away from
Bit
the
too much
Demona.
one.
Yeah, he paid too much for the first Demona. Yep, first character.
And so he takes out that guard.
I think
It's gonna be one. He's probably used
I think Brian had the count in his head,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Oh yeah, you're right," because the tree, and so he just visually changed it on the board there.
Yeah, it takes out the 2 guards, so that he puts it at the bottom. They can't hit the 4.
Yeah.
There goes the cat. Give him some extra damage.
Cat on the screen, cat in real life. Speed time for my cat.
And there's another one. We have to let it go. I'll let it go into that one.
Actually, it's early for my cat here. So she's just meowing. I don't know if you can hear it on the mic though, so I just sound crazy.
The 2 Hades and the Mona on board is getting a little bit scary. 6 Lord of the Jump. And they'll punch back pretty hard too.
I do.
I'll pick the trees with the problem I see.
Dang, I was just about to say with two 5-cost Hades on Brian's side. I do appreciate the casters that do this for a living. I am not keeping track. He could have played 6 5-cost Hades and I would have said, "Oh yeah, that looks right."
Makes out of 80 with them.
Hades and a spin.
So
It is the Spice. Brian's deck name is called the Spice. I think that's their first spin we saw in 3 games, isn't it?
he played one earlier, but
I
wasn't able to
missed
do
it.
anything with it. It's kind of just a sitting 2-3.
Huh.
He was just going wide again with Yago and Beanie. There's no evasive on Brian's side of the other abilities.
I don't think I've seen Brian play any of his. He has 2 snowboarder stitches, but I don't think you. With damage on board, it would be kind of nice that 3 from 5+ Hades. But would you play it in this matchup if you were on Brian's side?
Well, it gives some extra war pressure in this matchup.
That's
Just
plus
being-
2.
Plus for 2 and being a 4-5, so it trades back a little as well. But I don't think Brian's had time to play since he's just having to remove all these evasives and other stuff on board.
Yeah, he definitely.
Because when he plays, doesn't do anything to try to play.
Yeah, I mean, I think you've seen his reactive cards. He definitely got those Horseman Strikes out. It seemed like pretty happy when they did. Take 3 for each Hades on the original Hades. Blue Hades. Blue Hades. For viewers at home is the Infernal Steam.
Try to keep track of the Willow engine.
There's another cat. Both players are on 4 cats. And
This is only the second cat that's seen this game, though, since they've all been going to the ink.
yeah. Okay, I was about to say second cat on board maybe.
I'm scared of the Demona. They're not keeping track of the lore for us, but it must be pretty high to be able to start trading when he has this many characters over.
Yeah. I can sort of see Brian's lore pad.
That's the velocity.
Yeah, that's everything across that.
Oh, there's the first surfboard. No,
Speak of the devil.
which board is this? Is it a snowboard or a surfboard?
It's no
It's a
board.
snowboard. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, more than enough characters to be able to draw plus.
Right, I'm looking at the Spice from Brian.
And
There is no surfer stage.
Eel does not want him drawing cards, so immediately gets 80s.
Yeah, that would be 3 from that 5 stages.
And Brian just played.
Brian.
Different to draw a card.
Yeah.
Mostly ink. Plays a little bit.
I think he overpaid for that double again. He has a 3 on board, and he spent 2 lanterns in the ink. Well, with these new cards, new decks, it's gonna take some time to get used to, right?
A lot of them. The plus 3 on the A's, I think. It's the one up in the Angry
Hey,
He draws the removal for the other.
the 10th Horseman Strike. This board is looking wild.
Yeah, it's pretty dire for Eel. Can't and a way to fight back. I think it's bust out in 2 turns for one.
Yeah. I'm not even going to count the lore pips. I think it's, if not 1 turn.
Brian's still ready though.
He's full control.
I gotta figure out how much board behind the gill side right now because we can't tell.
Maybe he has another. Oh no, there's only 1 Ohana in his deck. But, you know, he doesn't know that. Looks like we're checking for time. Or. Okay. Elo is contemplating whether he has an out. What out do you think would.
The only out Lurple could ever have here is to eat out Monstro. And
he does have a hand. He has like
10
4 or
cards
5
in hand.
cards. Yeah.
There's none in his deck, so
he's getting more cards.
just drawing and see what else he has in his deck. But it's looking a little grim here.
Yeah, looking at his list, since we can cheat here at home. No Monstro.
Or of everything for Monstros. We've seen every card that he plays.
Maybe he's gonna try to
And
get
that's the
Brian.
end.
Congrats to Brian. Way to represent. That was a grindy 3 games as expected. And it seemed like, you know, the boards were traded back and forth at different times. It was looking dicey both ways. There's a lot of disrespect of the cat.
Yeah, saw a lot of cats being inked that game. So, a few Elsas as well, which is, you know, some of the key cards in this matchup that let you win the evasive war. But, you know, at the end of the day, Brian was able to go wider, and, you know, Spotted Guardian Eel wasn't able to stop him.
Yeah. Good Demona trades on both, but then there was also some Demona trades, like you said. Half of the card's advantage is to exert everything. It gets past ward, and you can clear the board that way. But it seemed like more often than not, Demona was used to draw cards.
Yeah, both players really liking to draw cards that game. Really
And also
didn't want their opponent to draw cards.
Yes,
you see
that's
seeing every Hades bottoming the card from Hades. Every time a genie came out, or not a genie, a Dumbo came out, instantly removed.
Yeah. And I think to end this recap since this is like a week 1, we got some new cards. I think some lessons I took from that is to keep an eye on Grandmother Willow, whether it's across the table or your own. See that the first character played gets reduced by 1, and then Grandmother Willow's effect is exhausted. But it could be advantageous to the player that does play it. And then, that's a new card to get used to. The Snowboard Stitch, in my experience on Sealed, I kept misplaying Snowboard Stitch, thinking it draws 2. It is not like the Surfer Stitch that draws 2 on play. It has to quest, and you draw 1. That's something that I'm gonna take away from seeing these new cards. Are there any takeaways for you?
Oh yeah, now Yellow Purple has a lot more ink management to do. Before you just had the lantern. Now you have to keep track of both the lanterns and the willows.
Yep. Amber can do a lot now. It can pseudo ramp, removal, draw. But would you do a mono Amber?
I don't think any color is ready to play mono yet. I guess the closest would be purple or amethyst.
Mm-hmm.
Just having all the draw and exert effects.
There was
and the damage move.
There was a player that brought mono purple last Quest Coast, but maybe we can do a little segment on that another time. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to go on to round 4 with Ink Shop Pox versus Attack Daniel M.
All right, so what do you think of the game?
I was like, I didn't know if cameras were rolling or if it was action. Oh, yeah. All right, congrats to Brian. What a all right, from the top.
Produced by Bluegrass Bay Media, your source for event coverage, social promotions, training videos, and more. For more information, email bluegrassbaymedia@gmail.com.